So if your child would like to study music or music technology at A-level or level 3, then we have got 2 options available to them this year. We are offering both music A-level and music technology. If your child would like to study music A-level, they need to be a grade 6 standard or higher really on their instruments. They need to be able to read music really competently, so ideally they would have grade 5 theory. They need to be really confident performers because they're going to be performing at a high level. It really is essential for anyone who's looking at music college or university to study music. You must do an A-level in order to go on. So the course is basically going to have 3 elements, a little bit like the GCSE does in terms of performing, composing and appraising. The performing, you can see here, it says 6 to 8 minutes. The composing is 3 to 6 minutes. And the listening exam is a lot like what we do at the minute, except that obviously it's much more difficult because it is advanced level rather than AS. Then if they go on to do the second year of the course, you can see that there is now an option. Most children they choose to do the extended option for performance. So look for 10 to 12 minutes of performance because it tends to be the area that they prefer. Occasionally you find children who are particularly good at composing would like to do extra composing, but it tends to be generally the performing that the children want to do. So they would normally do 10 to 12 minutes of performing on their instruments. And you can see that's quite a long time. Composing then, it goes to 3 to 6 minutes. So it's not drastically longer than what we've done in year 11. And then again, we have an exam which then looks at their knowledge of things like the symphony. They can do jazz and blues, and they can do a lot of other sort of more popular styles of music. So who studies music at A-level? Basically, it's people who aren't yet ready to give up, take it doing music, people who want to go on to study music at music college, and also people who just want it as part of their suite of A-level studies. So if A-levels aren't for you and you're really thinking to yourself, I'm not ready to give up music yet, but I'd like to do something a lot more practical, or I'd like to do something in the studio, or I'd really like to do something which sort of tells me about the music industry in the UK as a whole. I'm not really interested in joining an orchestra, but I'm really quite interested in perhaps being a sound engineer or being a lighting engineer or just being a music producer, working in that aspect of the music industry. Choose BTEC. It really is a wonderful course and it can be entirely coursework based. There's no exams. It is entirely vocationally based. So all of the work that the kids do is about learning about the industry. So they don't really open a textbook and learn about the theoretical knowledge about it. It's about what actually happens. So if you're going to learn about how people work and they bring a project together, they don't actually learn about the processes involved, they actually do the processes involved. So they would actually plan an event, work out what they need to do, hold the meetings, and then actually write up how successful it is at the end. And it's very much about learning about how the world of work works. It's very personalised, i.e. they can actually choose the options that they want to do. There are certain mandatory options they must do, and then there are options that they can choose depending on what their skill set is or what they want to go into. So let's have a look at the BTEC Sound Engineering course. We are going to be looking at the extended certificate, which is worth 1 A-level, and there are 3 mandatory units, and then they have to do 1 optional unit as well. Sorry, it's 2 optional units as well. So we are looking at digital audio workstations. We are looking at things like studio design. We are looking at recording techniques, mixing and mastering techniques. So you can see that it really is a hands-on, get in the studio and have a go at that course. Here's Dav, and Dav is actually studying the level 3 sound engineering course.
Radio. Good afternoon, Kingsmountain. Just after 1 o'clock, you're on Fish and Chip Fridays with Dav. You've made it to the weekend. Congratulations. We've got 25 minutes of feel good to take you through into your afternoons. Right then, kicking off with some music from Drake and Daft Punk featuring Pharrell Williams. But first, Jack Garrett, Better, plays on KMS Radio. So you want to learn music tech then. So congratulations, you've already started making the right choice, but I'm here to tell you why you should and shouldn't pick something else. So music tech, the reason I chose it, I guess, is because I love music a lot, like a lot, which is why I'm sat here playing music. But essentially, I was always interested. I was always interested in technology when I was younger, and computers. And I mean, I think you all see that in me. And then my love for music kind of came on a little bit later. And when I first got put in front of like a mixing desk, I quite frankly, I just enjoy it so much. The actual being able to see what makes all these concerts tick, and being able to operate these mixing desks and push all the right buttons to make absolutely wonderful sounds come out. It's something that I really do enjoy doing. And so if you think you're interested in what makes the kind of the music industry tick in terms of tech, then definitely start learning music tech with Mrs. Bourne today. I'll see you all later.
So if you want to do BTEC, but actually you're not really into being in the studio and you'd like to do something a lot more practical, then there is a BTEC called Music Performance. It's the extended certificate again. It's worth 1 A-level. And this time we have got 4 options. There are 3 mandatory units plus 1 optional unit. So the children very much work on solo performance, ensemble performance. They have to know a little bit about theory. So grade 5 theory is either necessary or taught during the process of doing the course. And they then also look at how the industry actually works. Again, there's no exam and it's all done on coursework. So this really is for the person who is a really solid performer but wants to know a little bit more about how the music industry as a whole works in the UK. Here's Clara, she's doing this course, and you'll see that she's not really looking to become a singer, but is looking to go into the music as a whole.
I chose to do music BTEC because I'm not only interested in music itself, as in making music, I'm really interested in the business side of music and managing music and artists. And I know that doing BTEC music, I get to learn a lot about the industry and as well as the art form. So it's been really good, and I hope that at the end of my 2-year course of BTEC music, I'll have enough knowledge that I'll be able to really specify what I want to do later, because there's so many options in the music industry. By taking BTEC music, you get to explore all of them and figure out how you want to proceed later on in life.
So those are the 3 options that we are running for our current Year 11 who are opting for music courses in Year 12. If you have any other questions, get in touch. I'm very happy to help.